Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the Inside Spurs channel. Happy Tuesday afternoon. Hope you're well, hope you're looking after yourself. Whatever you're up to today, enjoy it. If it's work, try and just make the best of it. If it's out with a dog, at the pub, down at the gym, on the golf course, whatever, enjoy it. Got a really good and interesting video for you today. We're obviously talking about the man that you can see on the thumbnail, Jonathan David. We're talking about a renewed interest in Jonathan David and planning a potential approach. We have an update around interest in Jota, the Portuguese winger out in Saudi Arabia. Spurs not the only ones in there, as well as one that I, don't know about and didn't expect, but a young, promising player from Motherwell in Scotland. So plenty to get into. There is more videos to come today. I will give you a sort of an update. There's at least one more to go today. So make sure you have the bell notification rung. And also, hit me with the subscribe, guys. Thanks very much. Let's jump in with Jonathan David. It came from Team Talk that said that Tottenham are reportedly planning an approach to sign Jonathan David after Lille slashed their asking price for the Canada frontman. The 23-year-old has scored 62 goals and 154 appearances for the Ligue 1 side. Now, we've been linked with Jonathan David a few times. I don't think I'm going to surprise anyone with that information. Everyone knows that we've been linked with Jonathan David a few times. We talked about how, is he the guy to replace Harry Kane? Is he the guy to replace Harry Kane? We got this money now. We need to bring someone that's ready to come in. Obviously, ironically, Sonny then turned out to be a damn good player, to be honest, at the striker position, and held my hand up. He did surprise me. I never really looked at him as a consistent striker, more of a guy that can plug and play sort of thing, right? So Jonathan David this year though, and this is why potentially they've slashed his price. So his contract expires in the summer of 2025. So you've got 18 months left, okay? Coming from the January transfer window, I mean. That's how I work. He, all in all, has not had a brilliant season. He's played in 18 games across the Ligue 1, the Conference League, as well as the qualifiers. He scored 4 goals with 2 assists, so six goal contributions through 18 games, 1 every 3. As a striker, not brilliant, I can't lie. Now, the fact that they're probably bringing down his valuation doesn't surprise me. They probably had the pinnacle of his value last summer, where you could cash in on him, get 60 million probably, move on, and just kind of reinforce the rest of the team. I don't think you're going to get that now, not even in January. In January, you might get 50, but I think you might get a bit less. And I think in the summer, you'll probably get about 40 for him. His value, I think, is really coming down. Now, 2 ways to look at it. First way is a positive way. We've got a great coach in Ange, who is a coach, can develop players, unlike some of the other managers we've had in the past. Some of them that are your favourites didn't really coach people up properly. He's an actual coach. They have a data-driven system whilst they're with the coaches. I'm not talking about transfers, coaches. Mal Jedinak, you'll know, if you've been paying attention, is big on that sort of thing. He's never on the bench. Have you noticed at games? He's upstairs. He's watching it from up top. He's seeing different things. He's using data on certain things. So, yes, they would improve him. That's to be a given. He's quite a gifted athlete, and I mean athlete. In terms of he's pretty physical, but he's very quick. He would be someone that would suit Ange's system, is the way I look at it. Let's flip it on its head though, and let's obviously do glass half full, glass half empty. He hasn't had a good season. He's not been scoring goals. 4 goals in 18 games is not great. Let's be frank. It's not great. Would he score more at Spurs? Probably, yeah. But if we're going to be spending 40 to 50 million on a guy, I'm going to want more than 4 goals in 18 games. I'm going to want at least 9 or 10 in that, Richarlison came in, and scored goals towards the back end of his last season at Everton. You look at even Vincent Janssen, when we bought him, was banging in goals in the Eredivisie. It's something that you want. You don't want him coming in and going, oh yeah, I've not scored in 6 games, but you paid 45 million for me. You'd be like, hang on. Well, unless they really see something, what are we doing? That's a big waste of money. But maybe they look at it and go, but he's had good seasons before. And when we look at Santiago Jimenez, maybe that's the barrier there blocking us really going for him. You know, we need to see more body of work. So I don't know, but I still don't even see that being a January move personally, unless we get a loan with a buy option, which, to be fair, is possible. I won't deny it. And he is a guy that's wanted across some decent clubs in Europe. Maybe. We'll see. Let's talk the update around Jota. So, obviously, Jota playing for Al Ittihad out in Saudi Arabia. You know, on his big money, got a big move from Celtic there. This came from Graham Bailey in 90-Minute Football. He said that Newcastle have joined Spurs in the hunt for former Celtic winger Jota. He is set to be leaving Saudi Arabia in January after his failed move to the Middle East. The move has been appalling. He's not cut it in Saudi Arabia. Let's be frank there. You know, Al Ittihad obviously got rid of Nuno. He was the manager there. He's gone. They brought in Marcel Gallardo from, I think it was River Plate. Don't shoot me on that one. He was a guy I think Spurs were linked with. There you go. Probably a good thing we didn't go there. Look, I like Jota. I think some of you are kind of going, just pay him what he wants, which is not the way we should be looking at this. He doesn't deserve 200 grand a week. Hell, us spending 30 million on him doesn't make any sense either, because if we're spending 30 million on him, go and get me Antonio Nusa, who's 30 million euros. Go and put a bit more money and go and find a Nico Williams. You know, I think 30 million for him is settling badly. We could be looking at better for 30 million. Now, if it was 15 million, okay, fine, we'll have a conversation. But 30 million, we should be looking elsewhere. He's not worth 30 million. You can get better than him for 30 million. I can promise you that. Antonio Nusa's, his potential is leaps and bounds higher than what Jota's is. Not to say he's a bad player. I'm just saying for 30 million, we could do better. 200 grand a week? I hope people are joking on that, because Maddison's on 150 grand a week and he's Prem proven an English international. We want to pay a guy who can't cut it in Saudi Arabia 200 grand a week. Make that one make sense. That doesn't make any sense. It took Son years and years and years of being at our club to finally get up to 200 grand a week. It's a no-go for me. And I'm happy to debate that in the comments with yourselves, but for me, it's a no-go. 200 grand a week and 30 million for him? No-go. No thanks. I'll move on. I'll go somewhere else. Not worth the money. Let's talk the Motherwell, young promising player. So this came from Team Talk again. They've been a bit on this, to be fair. And they said that Tottenham Hotspur had the lengthy queue of clubs jostling to sign one of Motherwell midfielder Lenard Miller. English is terrible there. I'll rephrase it for him. Tottenham Hotspur had the lengthy queue of clubs jostling to sign the Motherwell midfielder Lenard Miller. There we go, nice and easy. Miller has emerged as one of the most promising young players in Scotland, and he has been rewarded with his progress, penning a 3.5-year deal earlier this week. So I looked at transfer market on Lenard Miller. I just think that's such a Scottish name, isn't it? I think of Neil Lennon, if you know what I mean. And for a guy who is 17, by the way, 17, and by the start of next season is still 17, okay? He's born on August 25th, so you see what I mean. We normally start the season mid-August. Plays central midfield, can play a bit attacking, but can play centrally. His contract, it's 3.5 years, but I found this stat on him that he said it became Motherwell's youngest ever player when coming on as a substitute in a match against Inverness on the 31st of August 2022 at the age of 16 years and 6 days. He was 16, let's just call it that. That's bonkers. Now, I don't care that if people really rate the SPL or really, really hate the SPL. If you're 16, playing in the SPL, you must be half decent, all right? He's played in all competitions this year 14 times across the Premiership, which is the SPL, and the Scottish League Cup, scoring 1 and assisting 1. He's in Scotland under-19 international, which at 16, 17, again, mightily impressive. I'm a bit blown away by it, to be honest. You know, so like I said, he plays central midfield, can play attacking midfield. He's at that age, he's so young. I would like Spurs to have a punt on this. I don't think it'd be expensive. We're not spending 5-10 million on this guy. It'd be $1 million, 2.5 million, somewhere in that realm. I would love to have a punt on this because he seems to be a very young, exciting, up-and-coming player in Scotland. And the best thing is, you can spend a year just going, mate, go play in the Championship for a year. We let's see what you got. I would hate Spurs to bring in a player like that and go sit in the under-18s, go sit in the under-21s. Get him out on the Championship, get him out of League One, get him playing proper football every single week that you can as a scout go and watch. I like that. No, I would say, look, he's not a first team player. I understand he's not a first team player. I'm not gonna say he's gonna make a huge impact, but I like those sort of deals alongside the first team deals because actually we keep developing, we keep trying to bring through the guys. And one thing I would say is, under Ange, you've seen it on the bench. There's a lot more young players coming through onto the bench. Now, it doesn't mean they're getting loads of minutes because we've not really had certain games that they can get on, but it shows that they're coming through. I mean, we're doing so well in the leagues in the youth setup. We're top of a lot of them. So it's exciting what's coming through. And hopefully, through this season, we'll start to bled in a one or two here and there, just sort of to give 5, 10, 15 minutes just to keep developing. If we can be 3-4-0 up in a game and going, let's get a few of these lads on, let's see what they've got. I think that's super exciting, and I like those sort of deals alongside your main focus on obviously the first team as well. But guys, that's the end of the video. I hope you did enjoy it. Drop a like on the video if you did. Hit me in the comment section below. Look, you've got the Lenard Miller. Give me thoughts and opinions around that sort of deal. It doesn't have to be on him specifically, but that sort of deal. Obviously, you got the update around Jota. Are you agreeing with me? 30 million, 200k a week's not good, and we could look to use that money elsewhere, or is he exactly what you want for exactly that? I'd love to have a conversation about you in the comments section. Not about you, but about him in the conversation in the comments box with you. Sorry. Obviously, yeah, you've got the main one sitting around, Jonathan David. Let me know if that's the guy that you're happy with, and if not, where would you go for the striker position? It looks like striker is one that's propping up a little bit. Subscribe if you're new and hit the bell notification for more. But anyway, guys, that's the end of the video, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Take care, guys.